Today is Wellness Wednesday, but it is also Eating Disorder Awareness Month. Experts say since the pandemic, eating disorders have been on the rise. So our next guest has everything you need to know when it comes to helping your children adopt healthy attitudes about food and weight. Here to share more is registered eating disorder dietitian Erica Branz with Branz Nutrition Counseling. Erica, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us again. I appreciate it.
This is a really important month.
Absolutely, yes. This week in particular, in terms of bringing more attention to the awareness and the rise of eating disorders amongst adolescents and teens. One of the most important things that we can do as parents is just create a neutral environment around food, body, and weight in our home.
So when it comes to creating this neutral environment, creating that positive place for them, what does that look like?
So it definitely looks like minimizing talk in terms of good or bad food in the home, offering a variety of nutritious and fun foods, and then really role modeling that as parents. We are their biggest advocates when it comes to teaching them how to properly nourish their bodies.
Of course, and perhaps even our own self-talk, what you might say around your kids, I imagine would get picked up.
Correct. Yep. So when we have the signs and symptoms of what to look for in an eating disorder, we can spot the warning signs that something might be going on with our child and intervene early. We always tell parents that don't be alarmed to talk frank with your child about eating disorders. You're not going to give them any ideas or initiate an eating disorder, but more so just give them the ideas of what dieting can do to them when it comes to trying to change their body.
Being open and honest so that everyone kind of knows what it is and what's going on.
Absolutely. So our society tends to think that being thinner is healthier, and that's absolutely not the case. We genetically come in different sizes and shapes, just like we genetically have different shoe sizes and hair color and eye color. And so when parents can educate their kids on that, it really helps to create this positive body image.
Perfect. So it sounds like we're going to have open and honest conversations. We're going to watch how we're talking about it at home. But now this next one, monitoring media, which is really tough to do.
It is tough because it can pop up in our kids' social media without them even asking for it, essentially, and giving certain tips that don't necessarily correlate with what we want to do with preventing eating disorders. And so just having open conversation with our kids about what they're seeing on social media or even what their friends are talking about at school when it comes to foods that they're eating or not eating or trying to change their bodies.
Of course, because it's getting flooded to them all the time. It's really hard to not compare yourself. I think that's something that even adults, right, can relate to. We're all struggling with that every single day.
Yep.
So I want to make sure that we also get this in there. If people are worried about their teens, what are some signs that they might say, ooh, maybe I need to have a conversation with them?
So if you notice that they're starting to restrict their food intake or they have a more preoccupation around their body size, an increase in exercise, or maybe they're even withdrawing from social activities, avoiding meal times with family and friends, those would be some warning signs of we probably need to intervene and something is going on for them more seriously.
And that's a good time also to pick up the phone and give an expert a call. So we're going to have all that information right there on your screen. Branz Nutrition. Again, if you're worried about your own or your child's eating habits, consult with an eating disorder registered dietitian. As always, you can learn more at kck.com/showme. Thanks so much, Erica, for joining us today. And we'll be right back.